Morning, everybody. Another day in crypto. How you all doing? Starting off my morning. Today we're going to have a look at Bitcoin charts. You're going to take a look at ETH. Have a look at some altcoins. See if there's any trade opportunities there. I've got a few charts to review from our Discord group, and then if I don't see any trades for myself, I'll be doing some back testing today. Show you guys exactly how I go back and review my work and see if I can improve my skills. And judging from how I've done this week, yeah, there's a lot of work I can do there. So I'm actually looking forward to going and doing the ETH charts, the ETH trades again from the start of last week. I know I missed a lot of opportunities, and I don't want to miss them next time this comes along. If you're watching me from the first time, thank you. Thank you for joining me. My name is Chris. I am the Order Block Assassin, and on this channel we use smart money concepts of supply and demand. We find trades where we have an edge, and I've grown this account starting with $100 up to, well, close to $500. Other than a few mistakes this week while I started streaming for the first time. I think it's, without saying that streaming while trading rattled my nerves a little bit, but I think I've taken back my my mentality, and I am ready to start making more money. And the way we make money is we make trades where we have an edge. We're only trading where we have an edge. Alright, so let's get started. I want to take a look at ETH first. Actually, you know what? I'm looking forward to ETH, but let's take a look at the DXY. That's where we should start. So I'm going to share my screen. Alright, there we go. We are now looking at the DXY. I always like to start my day here just to get an overview for where we are in terms of where the liquidity is in general in the market. And we can see here, I was predicting the DXY to come up a lot further before it went back down. And by the DXY coming up further, that would have meant that the Bitcoin price would have dipped. So I've been pleasantly surprised that the price has come down, which is great because Bitcoin has had a bit of a run. Generally speaking, when the DXY goes up, price of Bitcoin and other altcoins goes down. And when the DXY goes down, price of Bitcoin and other coins generally goes up. It's not an exact science, but it is something that I look at every day. So we're coming down to this zone of supply. This zone of demand. And we're seeing our DXY stop here. So what does that mean? It could potentially mean that we get another bounce here, coming up a bit further. It could mean we bounce up just under this new lower high. It could mean we're in a range. Both would be completely valid. So this could continue ranging like this. It could. What would that mean for us? It could mean that we are in for a small range on Bitcoin. It could mean, and I'm hoping for this, it could mean that we break through this demand zone here and we start to see some higher prices of Bitcoin. That would be lovely. That would be absolutely lovely. That could happen. We could see the opposite. We could come up and form that higher high still that I have been planning for. Sorry, lower high. We could come up and form the lower high that I've been planning for. And forming a lower high, forming a lower high, that doesn't make any sense. Forming a lower high here would mean the price of Bitcoin would come down. You could see it retrace back down. And if you see here, I have an idea in Bitcoin. I'm looking for price to come down, pick up my order, and then shoot off. That could happen. That could happen according to the DXY. That's what I'm predicting. And the great thing about this prediction is if I'm wrong, we still win. If I'm wrong, the price goes up. Doesn't look like we're going to be breaking this low here anytime soon, which is to me is a positive sign, a very positive sign. So looking at the Bitcoin chart here, we can see here we are still in discounted prices. So it's not time for longs. It's not time for shorts yet. It's not even time for longs yet. We are too close to the 50% mark to be taking any longs at this point. There is no scalps on the market at the 50% range. It's just too unpredictable about where this is going to go. We have been in this long range now for a couple of days. Now we've seen this before last week. We ranged for a few days, and given today's Black Friday in the US, it could be a slow day for movements in these markets. Could be. I mean, the whole world doesn't celebrate Thanksgiving, but it could mean for a slower day. It could mean. When should we be preparing for shorts? Well, we should be looking for short opportunities now. That may happen once the price comes up. I've seen a few ideas on our Discord group. I'm going to go over a couple. I want to show you my ETH ideas. So I did these last night. ETH is looking similar to Bitcoin, but as you can see here, I have identified this layer here at the 60 to 70% retracement for ETH, and this particular price action doesn't exist over in Bitcoin. Bitcoin, we've got good price action down the bottom here at the 80% retracement. We've got price action here, which is the 50% retracement, and to me that's not a big enough discount. I can't see anything here at the 60 to 70% retracement that I'm interested in. So I'm not looking to take another long on Bitcoin until it hits that bottom, until it hits that big demand zone. For ETH, I can see we have a lovely piece of price action here sitting at the 70% retracement zone. That is the demand zone that I'm looking for, and I'm hoping to pick up along there. And in the future, should we start ranging back down again, I've got a long to pick up at the very bottom. Looking at our short options, we don't want to be doing anything around the 50%. Okay? Absolutely want to avoid the 50% mark. If I'm taking a short, I want to be doing a short at either the top or a reasonable bottom. Now I've seen a lot of people taking a short option at this point here on ETH, and it's not a bad option. It's not a bad option. Price has stuck around here a fair bit. So that is, for me, option one. But I'm not necessarily going to take this trade and pop it into my system just yet. This is just my idea, because I want to see what happens. Don't need to worry about jumping in. Should price come up, it's going to come up in ranges. It's going to come up in steps. I want to see how the price reacts to this part right here, because we could very well see price jump up and test our upper ranges, and that's what I'm expecting first. If we don't see it come up and test our upper ranges and we see price react strongly off this level, and let's draw a picture of what that might look like. We might come up, we'll hit here, might come up and test this level. Now from here I'm going to ask myself, is there a strong reaction? If I see this kind of action, I'm not really interested, because I'm expecting that to come up and go bang. That's what I'm expecting. That's what I'm hoping for. If I see a strong reaction, if I see price suddenly do this, well, then I'm going to get a little bit excited, and I'm going to pop my trade on right here, and we should see a return to origin, and then we should see it come back down. What I'm waiting for is that return to origin. I'm not going all in just thinking this is a nice zone here, and it is a nice zone. It's not too bad. If we look at the fib from the top of the range to the bottom, we can see this is sitting in the nice 70% zone. So that is roughly where we'd want to be taking our short from, for sure. This zone right here. It's a, from memory, I think that was like a 4-hour supply zone. Price came back up. Price dropped from here, came back up and then dropped further. So this particular zone is of interest to me. It is the order block above this order block here, and I always like to target the one above because to me it seems on these crypto charts especially, price loves just to come above. If it can come above to the demand zone, so to the supply zone above, it tends to do that. It tends to do that. They don't like to follow the rules here on crypto. All right, so got a chart to review here. Let me grab that. Copy that link. All right, so we have an ETH chart here, and someone was asking, is this a good spot for a short? Let's take a look. So that's 1209 is that entry point. 1209. 12. Oh no, no. No. No, 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 no. No. That is not a great spot for a short there. So what you're proposing to me, to take a short right here at 1209, is something like this. Let me just check where that. Okay, 1235 was the stop. I mean, if you like to gamble, that's a great place for a short. No, that is not where I would be putting a short. That is not where I'm going to be putting a short. We don't trade on the 50% mark. All right, let's go through these rules. Rule number 1. Whoops. Don't search. Every time I try and do this, something else pops up. Crazy. Why would you do that? How annoying. Rule number 1. This is my rules. How I trade. These are rules that I've learnt from Nick D in the Onyx Crypto Group. These are rules of supply and demand. And I've taken his rules and I've rewritten them for myself. Rule number 1. We take shorts at premium prices and we take longs at discounted prices. Is this price here a premium price? No. No, it's not. This is right dead smack in the middle of the range. This is not a premium price. This is a risky trade. Rule number 2. Bloody hell. I don't want to do a search. Let me fix these. Let me just fix these really quick because I'm losing my dramatic effect. Alright, bear with me. Bear with me. I'm just going to go and change up my hotkeys because they are not working. They were working until I went to the charts. Alright, hotkeys, hotkeys, hotkeys. Here we go. Okay, hotkeys. Rule number 1 will be, and we'll do a control 1, shall we? Control 1. Control 1. Rule number 2, control 2, control 2. Rule number 3, control 3, control 3. Rule number 4, control 4. Rule number 5, control 5. Okay, let's try these. Control 1. Yep. Does it work on my chart? It changes direction. Bloody hell, these shortcuts on these charts are a pain in the ass. Alt 1. Does that do anything? Okay, we'll switch it to Alt. Okay. Let's set one more time. I swear this never happens to me. Other than every stream where I've tried to use my hotkeys. Alt 1, Alt 1, Alt 2, Alt 2, Alt 3, Alt 3, Alt 4, Alt 4, Alt 5, Alt 5. All right. Let's do these rules again. Maybe you guys can say it with me. Alt 1. Rule number 1. Rule number 1 of crypto trading with Chris. We take shorts at premium prices. We take longs at discounted prices only. And within those trades, you can make smaller trades. We've got a long idea here. Well, you can take a long all the way up to getting close to that 50% line. You have a short up here. Well, you can take shorts anywhere from up here and the mid-range here all the way down to the 50% line. And if you're in a trade, if you're in a short, you can take it all the way to the bottom. But we don't start our trades from the middle. That's asking for trouble. All right, rule number 2. Rule number 2 of taking a trade with smart money concepts. We never trade at 50% of the range. Never trade at 50% of the range. It's asking for trouble. Leave this to the retail traders. Why? Because it's choppy. We're going to come up. We're going to come down. We're going to come up. We're going to come down. Your stops are going to get taken at the 50% range for sure. For sure. Rule number 3. Rule number 3. Must target the next OB. Up or below. And when targeting that next, our return on, our risk to reward ratio must be 3 or above. Why? Because otherwise, the trade is useless. All right. Rule number 4. I'm just checking to make sure my rules are coming through. Rule number 4. Stop loss should be 25% of the OB you're targeting. And you need to set this so that if you're wrong, if your stop loss gets triggered, it means your bias is wrong. And suddenly, the bias is shifting from, say, bearish to bullish. And look, this particular trade here, you're right, it covers that. If you trade up to here and it goes through your stop loss, yeah, it's bullish. But it would have been bullish from down here. Would have been bullish from down here. So sentiment hasn't changed by that hitting your stop loss. You're just trying to guess that it's going to come down. There's no reason why it would come down there. We're not at a special spot in the retracement. We're not at a discount. Rule number 5. We don't go against the Bitcoin bias. What does that mean? Well, if we're trading on a chart, say BNB, and it's looking bullish, but Bitcoin's looking bearish, well, we don't take the trade. We let Bitcoin do what it does, and we let Bitcoin lead the way. Those are the 5 rules that I follow when setting up my trades. And we're going to repeat them over and over and over again in this stream. Not just this particular stream today, but every stream today. Those are the rules we follow. So let's not be putting our trades at the 50% mark, okay? I'm going to get rid of this one. These are your points of interest. Well, these are my points of interest. You can take them if you want. But these are mine. All right. I was looking at XRP because XRP was looking pretty darn sexy. We've got a lot of stops here, and it looks like the stops are just beginning to get taken out. As far as XRP goes, I would have loved to see it come back down here for an opportunity for a long. I didn't take it because I've only just started looking at the XRP chart. It does look mighty sexy. There is a lot of liquidity to grab. I wouldn't be taking anything today. I wish that I had taken some longs down here. I was just saying at my stream a few days ago, I wasn't looking at XRP at all, but if I had have looked at it, I would have absolutely liked to put a long from there. I'm hoping that we see XRP come back up in a bit of a bullish run from Bitcoin enough to do a short. And we can. I think it could happen. There's a lot of stops here that are ready to get taken. But we need to be careful. If the price comes up and takes those stops, we don't want to be doing a short if we think the Bitcoin price will come up further. Because if the price does come up, takes all those stops and sits up about here, if Bitcoin goes bullish, XRP is likely to go up with it. And we could hit the top of the range. So where should we be looking for opportunities at the top of the range? Well, here. That to me is the biggest opportunity. And if we're looking for secondary opportunities, so places that we're likely to retrace to, grab our fib. We're looking for possible reasons on the chart that it will retrace to that 60 to 70% level. And to me, there are two opportunities here. One here, and this big one right here. This one looks just tasty. For me, I probably skip the one in the middle. If the price comes up and busts through this lovely 60% retracement level, it might come up here. In fact, if we're really lucky, XRP could come right up to this big supply zone up here. So there's a few things that can happen here on XRP. Looks like it's ready for some really good trades. It's kind of exciting. How are we going to know if it's going to pop up to here or bust all the way up to there? We're going to look at that price action. We're going to look for higher highs, especially at the higher time frame. Never forget to check your higher time frame, guys. And looking at this chart, even though this is a 60% retracement, it's not high enough off the 50% level for me. It's gone. I'm not taking a trade there. If the price comes up to here, well, there's further for it to go. I'm not taking a trade here either. I'm going to wait and see. If the price comes up to this level and fails, actually, I'll keep that back there. If we see a swing failure and we see price react off this level and come back down, if price does this, I'll show you what I'll do. If price comes up, comes here and reacts strongly off this level, well, that's when I'll be putting a short back here because I'll be catching the return to origin and the price dump. So I'll be looking at this as an area of interest, but I won't be putting a trade on yet. Could very well see price come and test this top part here, and if Bitcoin continues going bullish, it could go zoom. But I would like to look right now for an opportunity to go long. That's what I'd love to see. So for me, for XRP, come back. For me, for XRP, I'm looking for a long opportunity. And let's take a look at this price action. Let's see what we've got here. Okay, we've got, just reviewing the last month or so of XRP. Had a huge, big demand zone here, coming all the way across this price action. That is a huge 4-hour demand zone. Look at that. And all of this dipping into the lower 4-hour demand zones. We didn't even get there this time. we've had a new higher high form. Bang, 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 bang. Higher high and a higher low. That's looking a little bit bullish to me. That's pretty exciting. We've had a 4-hour supply zone get created here, and the price has dipped into that slightly and rocketed off. So this is the zone that I'm interested in taking along. Right here, right at the bottom of this, we've come in, created a new new higher low. Come in, created a higher high, taking out those stops. In the bottom half of the bottom half. So prices are discounted. Now we may not see this happen. It may not come down and test, but it might. If smart money is involved, we could absolutely see this zone here get retested. Give myself a nice big stop loss so that if price comes back down and continues going down, we get a lower high. Sorry, we get a lower low. And that would mean my bias could be wrong. That's why my stop loss is here. If it comes back down, I was completely wrong. Bias has changed. I don't want to be in that trade anymore. Where am I going to take this? Well, if I take it to the top of this range here, we get a return, a risk to reward ratio of 5. That is fantastic. But I've been looking to take it up and above. So this would be my first target. And then up to the top of the range would be my second target. But a 5 to risk to reward, that is amazing. That is going in the book. If it's not already. Oops, bugger off. I'm doing XRP. USTD. Now, what a lot of people don't realize is if you want to be making money with trades where you have an edge, it takes patience. Can't be in a trade every day. Which is a good thing. You get to go and enjoy life. Chart for an hour a day and go and enjoy life. Me, I've got an e-commerce business that I run. Plus trading. So this is a 3.08% risk. So I pop that into my stop loss percentage here, 3.08. I set my risk level that I'm comfortable making, and it tells me exactly how much this is going to cost. $27 is what I'm going to be spending on this. All right, I will pop that into Bybit. I'm just going to clean this chart up. And I'm just going to post this into my Discord group. One second. So if you're part of this Discord group, we get to share our charts all day. You see other people's gems, you see other people's mistakes, you'll learn, you copy. I post all my charts there. Love to get feedback. All right, that's my plan for XRP. I'm going to pop that into the system because I like that trade. Now, if you are watching this and you're wanting to copy what I do, well, I mean, you can do that, but just so you know, you won't see the orders I take off. You'll only see the orders that I'm putting in. You won't see when I cancel these orders or why I cancel them. 27. You won't see the orders that get triggered in. So do this at your own risk. I will stream as much as I can, but if it's late at night and I don't feel good about a trade, I'm taking that off. And you won't see why. So bear that in mind. This isn't a guaranteed path for your success, but it is a way for you to learn about what trades are the ones where you have an edge and what trades are the ones where you don't have an edge. All right, so this is XRP. Risk is $20, and that should be a dollar more. Sometimes my spreadsheet is like a dollar off. That's okay. 28 gets us there. So I'm going to open that long. As you can see, I've got four potential trades that I'm waiting for. They're in the system. XRP long now, ETH long, and BTC long. I like these. And looking at XRP now, we can see we've hit that top of the. Well, I'll go back to the actual chart, which is a lot easier to read. We can see we've had a rejection. Once we've taken these stops. Now, what happens if we don't get below this line? Well, let's see where we could go. If we do a fib retracement from here to where we are, you can see here I'm looking for that 60%. I'm looking for that. That 60% retracement from the bottom of that range, that's where I want to be. Now, if we don't get there, is there any other trades we can make? We have a breaker block sitting here on this run. Actually, no, we don't have a breaker block that I'd take. We have a pretty good order block here, though. But that's, look, this spot right here had a big push up. But that's so close to my entry point that I wouldn't even bother. So I'm looking for this discount. If I can get this discount, I'll be happy. Now you could, if you wanted to, you could pop your your stop all the way down here just to give you some leeway, but then you'd have to make sure it's a longer trade to give you that 3 to 1. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to put my stop 20% more than the range. I'm going to follow my rules. And we're going to see if that even triggers in, and we're going to see if that gets profitable. What I'd like to do now, though, is some back testing. Can I save my chart? How do I save my chart? I don't want to save my chart image. Oops, don't want to do that. I've forgotten how to save charts. Make a copy. That's a layout. I just want to come back to what I've done here. You know what? I'll just hide everything. I'm gonna get rid of this because we don't need that. What I'm gonna do is hide everything here. I'm gonna get rid of all my liquidity markers. Then hide all of my other things, and we're gonna do some back testing. Why are we going to backtest? Because it's been a pretty big week. I missed a few opportunities that I wasn't quite happy about. All right, let's hide this. Backtesting is kind of thrilling too. Even though there's no money in it for you, there's potential money in the future. When you see the same things happen, there'll be patterns that you remember from your backtesting that pop up in real time, and you'll see them and you'll take those opportunities and make some great trades. So just give me 1 sec. Where should we backtest from? Let's backtest from that shitty week we had. So we'll backtest from here. Alright, so where are we? Going back in time. Date is September. Really? That far back? No, I don't want to be that far back. Let's play. You know what? Let's start again. I don't want to do from that far back. That's too far. I was hoping like, okay, so we got 15th, November 20th, October 30th. We'll do it from the 27th of October. That's what we'll do. That's roughly this month. Okay. Okay, so the date today is 26th of October. Where are we in this chart? Where are we exactly? Let me take a look at our big picture. We take a fib from the bottom of our range to the top. You can see there is a 50% mark at the 4-hour chart of right here. So we are in slightly discounted prices. That is not a straight line. Well, that's close enough. Slightly discounted prices. Would I take any action here? No, I would not. For me to want to take action on this chart, I'd be wanting to get in at the bottom of the range. So I would be looking for opportunities down here. Let's see if we have them. Let's watch this in the 1 hour. And let's just play. All right. Got some bullish moves. Are you going? Are we moving? No, we're just moving very slowly. All right, come on. Come on, Eth. Let's go. Show me some moves. All right. For me to get interested in a short at this level, we want to be seeing prices come up a fair bit. I'll be looking for shorts. Okay. So we're at a point where we've come up above the 50% mark. This is good. This is good. Our peak of the range was here. And from the lowest point to the highest point, let's see if we can find a 60 to 70% retracement back to there. Oops, other way around. Oh, go away, search symbol. So this lovely zone here is where I would first consider watching for a reversal. These are the zones. I used to, when I was trying to learn these concepts, I used to just put my trades on like, yeah, it's got to come to here. It's got to come to there. To a short here. But these days, I like to just watch as it comes into my zone of interest. Will I miss out on some trades potentially? But I'll lose less. I'll lose way less trades. So every tick we get is 2 hours on the ETH chart. What date are we in? Still in October. All right, we're coming up into my zone. What am I looking for? I'm looking for the price to come up into here and have a strong reaction. If we have a strong reaction, I'll try and take a short. But if we get up into this zone, well, I've saved myself a loss. And if you've ever seen those memes of chads who are trading and they're like looking at the chart going, no trades today, well, this is what they're looking at. This is why people can look at the chart and go, no trades today. But then sometimes there's tons of trades. Okay, we're now in on 3rd of November. If memory serves me correctly, this was this kind of where FTX started falling? Because the price is just stagnant. That was a really boring week. Okay, got some movement up here. Price is just playing with my zone. Just teasing. Just teasing. Come on. Where are you going? See how choppy this is? If you'd taken any shorts here, you'd be in trouble. Look at that. Ouch. We're now below the 50% zone. Oh. Ouchie, ouchie, ouchie. Still stand by my thinking there. I wasn't going to be taking any trades there. Ah. Well, shit. I hate it when I do that. Son of a bitch. Why did that happen? Don't show me soul. Okay, never press spacebar when you're doing these. All right. In hindsight, would have been nice places for a short, wouldn't it? Well, what do we know? It came up to my zone that I was looking at. And it didn't make it. Oh. All right, let's try that again. Let's try that again. Let's see if we can see the signs. Price has come up, playing with my zone. We've actually had a pretty good signal right here that things weren't doing too well. Had a rally, base drop, rally, base, rally drop, dropping from here. Okay, what I am seeing, if I was paying attention, which I wasn't, is a trend line forming up here. And what does that mean? Okay. This is a good lesson to learn. Shorts. That's not shorts, sorry, stops. Shit, actually, short stops right here. Short stops have been forming. Now, I did want the price to come ideally up into here, but it looks like we've had a swing failure. Let's play it a bit more. We did. We had a swing failure. What you could have done is we could have taken this order block here. Once we'd seen these stops forming, we could have taken an order right here. And we could have set stop to there, meaning if price had have come back above this swing failure here, we would have been dead wrong and we would have been bullish. And we could have taken this all the way to here as take profit 1. Would that have been valid? Yeah, it would have been somewhat valid. Somewhat valid. We could have done that. Not the best trade. It's not the hugest trade with a huge edge, but it's something. Yeah, take profit 2 would of course been here. Oh, no, we couldn't have done that. That would have been a horrible idea. There you go. And that is why we don't trade at the 50% mark. It looked good. But then again, we had stops up here, didn't we? We had stops all the way up here. And we didn't see a nice big place to put your order in there. So yeah, that was a failure. That was a nasty failure. They would have taken some stops there for sure. Okay. It still isn't a great area for taking shorts. It's just not high enough. I'm sure some people got in on a good short there, but for me, no, it just didn't cut it. Didn't even enter my zone that I was looking at. So I can totally see why I was not interested in trading that. But boom, okay. Now we're talking. We have hit. We are now in the bottom half of our range. Good opportunities here for longs. It's the top half of the bottom half, if that makes any sense. Let's see what price structure forms here and whether or not we can take a long. Oh, look at that, it's lovely. All right. What kind of a long would we be looking at here? So prices come back down here. We're now in this bottom range here. Oh, it's come right into our zone that we're looking at. That looks fantastic. So it jumped right out. Jumped right out. But because it's jumped right out, I'm wondering if I can grab it really quickly. There is a 3 risk to reward ratio. I don't know why I keep saying return. A 3 risk to reward ratio right here. Why I like this one is there's been a strong reaction off this price. Very strong reaction. We're not in this trade yet. Would have liked to have been. But I was waiting for a reaction. Let's see if it comes in and picks us back up. Now also, if we do see price action do that kind of thing, well, we can take a smaller trade within this zone. If we can catch it. Don't want to chase these too much. Chasing is not a good idea. Alright, so price came down and has come off this level here. Didn't get the one that I wanted, but I'm going to keep it on there. Take a long from here. Because we've had a massive reaction. Let's see if this gets triggered. And let's bring ourselves down. If you haven't broken structure up here. Getting a bit close up there to the 50% level. We should have been watching the 15-minute chart. Let's do this again on the 15-minute charts. Gives us a bit more detail about what happened. Okay. This is what we should have been doing. Just moved too fast. Alright, let's go. Price came down to my area of interest. Alright. We've hit my area of interest. And we bounced off it. At this point, we're looking for a good place to get in. Take a long. Actually, we're not taking a long off that price down there. That is a good zone. We're going to take a long off this price here. That's the one I'm interested in. That is the fresh OB. That looks nice. We're going to take a long right here. We've seen the price reaction that we wanted on the 15-minute chart. Going to give ourselves plenty of room here. And we're going to take this to take profit 1. And then take this to take profit 2. For a 6.3 risk to reward. Now, let's go. This is the worst part. Come on. So there were so many opportunities to get an even better trade on this one. So many opportunities. It hit that price so many times. I could have put my entry price down here. In fact. And this is a lesson. The more times you can make these trades and put these trades on, the better. Prices come down and hit this mark a couple of times. And it's an intersect mark between an OB, a fresh OB from before, and the top of a range of before. We've also seen price come up from here. Right here. This candle here. So if we were following our rules, 50% of that would be right there. Stop would be 20% of the OB. Give it plenty of room. And all the way up. That's a way better trade. And you can see by looking at the overall picture, we picked a really good zone for a really good trade. And if you have a sub account, you could be making smaller trades here. Let's look at other opportunities. Prices come up. Again, breaking structure from here. We've got another point right here where you could have taken a long. You could have put a long right here on that OB. Right there. And you could take that up to here for a 7 to 8 risk to reward ratio. That would have been a very, very good day. And these are the exact types of opportunities that we want to be looking for. Now looking at the chart itself, where are we? I've gotten rid of my 50% of the zone. But I think we must be nearing it. I think it was at about here. Let me just add that back. Did I delete it? Must have deleted it. No big deal. I'll add it back now. My range from top to bottom. 50% is right here. So you could definitely have taken, if you come back, or at least pause it for now. You would both of these trades would have been great. They would have both triggered out there. There was other golden opportunities. We had price push up from here. So you could have taken an order from here. Well, you wouldn't have got triggered in on that one. But that's okay, because you could have taken a monster trade right here. I know it's hindsight, fair enough, but look at that. You could have gone from the top of this OB, 20% below, and we could have targeted the 50% zone for a 6 return ratio. So, when you're in the zones where you want to start trading, looking for those opportunities at the 15-minute chart is wonderful. I wish I'd played it out like this. That would have been great. I would have been so happy. My mistake that I made was jumping into this trend way too late, and I was taking trades up here. I was looking for a trade. I just really wanted one, and that is a mistake. We never want to just take a trade because we want to be in a trade, even though it's so alluring. I was looking for opportunities here. I didn't quite map out my 50%, and this was choppy waters. Choppy waters, and the price was not at a discount. That's why I wrote my rules. And that's where we are today. Sitting here just under the 50% line. We're just waiting. We've peaked over it, but we haven't quite topped here. We haven't even made a swing failure yet. We've had higher highs, and we've had higher lows, and now we're ranging. So what happens over the next few days will be really interesting. I am hoping to see price come back down for me to pick up a trade. Let's put my shorts and my longs back on. Oh, right now we're at a weekly level too, by the way. That's interesting. Where are our monthly levels? We're not really adding any monthly levels at the moment. So if you're wondering how to backtest, that's how we do it. We backtest our mistakes. Oops. And we try and learn and do better. And then when you see those opportunities come up again, when you see those same patterns come up again, it's time to jump in and make some money. All right, guys, I think that's it for me today. Hope you've enjoyed the stream, and especially if you're watching this on the replay, let me know if you are, and I will see you on the next time.